I was just having a conversation with him actually today.
Love it.
And he was saying, I just brought on an executive assistant.
The hardest thing about real estate, I will say, is the loneliness of it. Now with the teams, as far as I understand it, you can actually see who's calling what.
With Teams and all of the plus and everything that they have in Vortex, you're talking so many different avenues to be able to try to communicate and have conversations.
So instead of dropping 30 grand a year on just spending mindless money on leads. Carl,
Yes,
it's here.
It's here.
REDX Teams is here, man.
I'm so excited.
Me freaking too. I am excited to have everybody on one platform, conceive my results. This is going to be awesome.
I mean, what an absolute game changer this is going to be.
Yeah.
Just bringing your whole team into one Vortex platform
Yeah.
to be able to prospect together, to be able to work together, collaborate, follow up on your leads. I mean, it's huge.
Yeah. The thing I think that I look at is people have been giving out REDX leads forever and ever, right?
Yeah. They really have.
So now REDX has created a way to actually keep track of that. But I think the problem with that is you pay for leads, but leads don't really get you anything. It's the accountability. There's no way to keep track of who's calling who, what results are coming from that. Now with the teams, as far as I understand it, you can actually see who's calling what.
It's amazing.
And you can assign leads to people. So if you have an ISA that wants to call the leads.
So powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they can just assign you that person. You can go in and listen to their call. You can mentor them with the whisper feature that the REDX dialer has, like game changer, whether it's a team of ISAs, a team of agents, et cetera, et cetera.
Phenomenal. So one of the top producing agents that I coach, I was just having a conversation with him actually today.
Love it.
And he was saying, I just brought on an executive assistant. Tomorrow, she is going to start calling my sphere of influence, and she's going to start to slowly work through my old clients, see how people are doing. And on the way here, while we were talking about the launch of Teams, I went, what a change in his game.
Yeah.
He's going to be able to plug all of his SOI right into his Vortex account, scrub the data to cross-check to see if they've been a lead.
Yep.
And then on top of it, he can watch and see what his executive assistant is doing. And from there, be able to see the notes. And in real time, when he talks to someone, put the notes in too. This is going to transform the industry.
Yeah, I think it has the potential to seriously, no other lead service like REDX offers this, which is a massive step for REDX, but I think people have been clamoring for this for years and years and years. And REDX made it happen, bro.
It's amazing.
So one of the things that I think that not enough people talk about, so there's the team aspect of it, but there's also things that support the team. So I talked about the whisper feature a little bit ago. REDX has features that support, and one of those features is the whisper feature, which for teams is going to be massive. So what it does essentially, and REDX really should do a better job at promoting this, is you can be on a call, or your ISA can, or your agent can.
Yeah.
You can say, hey, I want to drop in on this call, and you can turn on the whisper feature. It gives you a number, it gives you a pin. You can hear both sides of the conversation.
So crazy.
And then you can be talking to your agent or your ISA. So I used it with my ISAs to be like, hey, don't say it. Don't say that. That in and of itself. So you have the team functionality. But then if you really want to be a good team leader, a good broker, teach your agents what to say and how to say it.
I mean, what an absolute change. You're talking leaders, brokers, you're talking all of these opportunities that we now have to bring in coaches, real time, work with our agents, live, on the spot, prospecting and working, and all of it at the same time, joined under one team account.
Yeah. I think being a prospecting agent for years and years and years, the hardest thing is if you go onto a sales floor, it's exactly what it is. It's a sales floor. People are calling, you're feeding off their energy. There's some sort of accountability there. Yeah, it's a party. The hardest thing about real estate, I will say, is the loneliness of it. The loneliness of making the calls. Because when someone yells at you, it's mano y mano, where if someone's in the trenches with you and you can click on the pulse tracker and say, okay, Carl's made 300 calls today. I haven't even gotten on the dialer. He's doing it. I'm going to do it. Actually, I can see that he's calling right now. I'm going to call him and see if he wants to get on Zoom and do this together.
I mean, you're talking, how many times did we have moments where we jump on each other's calls just to listen?
Yeah.
To be able to hear someone just ripping somebody else. And it's that loneliness you're talking about, that the deflating of your excitement as somebody just absolutely demolishes you on the phone.
Yeah.
And we always joke, right? You're not an agent until you've experienced a true, good, solid chewing.
Yes. Good butt chewing.
And you're just wrecked. And after that call, you're like, I'm never doing it again. I'm never picking up the phone. And what a cool and sweet opportunity this is to be able to whisper, to be able to work in our same accounts.
Yep.
To be able to market and let everybody else know on your team, do not call this Karen. She is ready to nuke you. Or do call them.
What's funny about that, though, is like there have been leads that Gene on my team has called or Casey has called, and they've just destroyed them, or I've called and they've done that to me. And then one of us will call them and they're really nice, and a change of tone. We just hit them a little bit differently, whether it was with our tonality and how we introduced ourselves, or maybe they just gave up at that time. Who knows?
It was a 31st call that finally got them to just break. I'll take the dang appointment.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I'll call expireds one day and they're just, again, rip me apart. And then I'll call them the next day. And it's like somewhere along that line, someone said something so asinine to that person that it just like clicked in their head.
They're finally ready
to be like, oh.
They went to sleep and they had a vision.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
It's too awesome. Yeah, I'm just blown away at everything that Teams has to offer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all over the place. It's so much stuff.
Carl, let's talk about everything that's included.
Yeah, it is so much stuff that's packed into this amazing platform. So not only does somebody get Vortex.
Yes.
It also comes with
Power
Dialer with 5 seats.
5 seats. You could upgrade to 3-line dialer.
That's amazing. Also, all of the plus leads.
So expireds, FISBOs, Geo, Furbo,
for rent boner,
pre-foreclosures. And if you're like, I don't want to train my team how to do that, I actually don't know how to prospect or how to make the calls, you got to talk to us. You can go into the REDX University.
REDX University is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal. It's a huge piece of the puzzle.
Yeah. So you can know what to say, how top agents are saying it, and how they're using the platform, or even how to use the platform. Because it's one thing you're using it yourself, but if you're just printing off the leads, well, now you got to teach 5 agents how to do it, which REDX does right inside the university.
Live role-playing system. That's incredible. But tell me a little more about that. What is that?
Yeah. So live role play system, they give you a number. You can call in. You're talking to someone on the other end. You can choose the level of difficulty. Do you want it easy, medium,
super hard,
super duper hard? And then they record it and will send it back to you so you can get the feedback. You can put it into AI. You can do whatever you want with it to see where you need to improve.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's big change. So the largest team, when my team was running, the largest it got up to, I think I was at 48 agents. And how many times as team leaders did you have just brand new agents that just show up? They're so excited. They're like, I want to learn how to prospect.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean,
dang. Where do we start?
But they don't have money. And then you don't really want to provide them with leads that they may or may not call.
Yeah. You don't want to start a new subscription.
Yeah.
Start all over again, getting a new account just so that they can get in there and poke at a couple calls. This is going to transform that, right?
And if it doesn't work out and they're not making their calls, kick them out of that seat and put someone in new.
Absolutely.
On a different seat.
What a change.
Yeah.
What a change it would be. And to be able to go in and be like, no, as a leader, like they are prospecting, they are doing stuff. And again, put a coach in. If you're running a team of that size with that skill level, 100% put a coach in there.
Yeah.
Let the coach do their work, whisper feature, all of it together. REDX University, all of it.
Yeah. I think the big thing is, especially with the Pulse, the whisper feature, back to what you're saying about the coaching aspect of it. If you're coaching someone and you're seeing that they're putting in the effort, they're making the calls, Well, you as a team leader, you're going to have the benefit to say, man, the hardest thing that they could do, which is actually making the calls, they're doing.
Absolutely.
If they're not getting anything, let's teach them how to level up that skill. And guess what? Guess what we're going to do? What's it? It's going to blow your mind. 3-day prospecting boot camp is included in this.
3-day prospecting boot camp included.
Included. So for 3 hours, for 3 days, they're going to see live prospecting. They're going to see how the system works. And they're going to go over objections, scripts.
I feel like they're giving away for free.
Yeah, they're giving away the farm.
It's basically, it's everything that they offer, all bundled together. The long anticipated teams.
I feel like they're like, hey, competitors, you can create this, but you're never going to match it.
Never. Nobody is ever going to come close to this. So I think, again, running a team, woof, the amount of hours that you burn trying to coach and bring in a new agent. I mean, especially in this market.
Yeah.
This market, what did they say? Lowest volume of sales since 1995. Isn't that insane? And as leaders...
But probably the highest amount of leads.
Yes. Highest amount of leads. That's not a real stat, but we're just throwing it out there. But when you really talk about it as a team lead, the amount of time that you spend trying to coach and train these guys, wow.
Yeah.
And this is just going to transform your schedule, your ability to be able to plug and play.
Yep.
Get them put into your account. Again, one account, one login for yourself to manage your whole team, bring everybody in. I mean, how awesome is that as a leader that I can go in and I can actually see if they're uploading their SOI? Like, are they actually taking the first steps of real estate and even just calling their database? And not just calling. I think this is a big piece, right? REDX has done such a great job of pushing the new and improved ways of how to reach and contact people.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking with Teams and all of the plus and everything that they have in Vortex. You're talking so many different avenues to be able to try to communicate and have conversations.
Yeah. If you run a team, which I never have, I look at it from an ISA perspective. You're looking at it from a team perspective, which both work really well. But what I hear is if you're running a team, the hardest thing for someone to do is to stick on a team and to create stickiness is I don't have anybody to call. Who do I call? I don't have enough leads. So instead of dropping 30 grand a year on just spending mindless money on leads that they're not calling and converting, that a ton of people have already talked to, because if someone goes on the internet and clicks one source, you think that they're just going through and clicking one source and being like, yeah, agents are going to, no, they're clicking 5-10 sources.
They are.
And they're tired of people calling them. They might have a little bit of motivation, but these are going to, with geo leads, with for rent by owners, with pre-foreclosures, there are very few agents that are calling those. Even expireds and FSBOs. It may seem like a ton, but it really isn't. A lot of agents calling them because they can't handle the rejection that comes along with it.
And when you run that rejection, so many of these agents, what do? Hey, team lead.
Yeah.
I need more of your time. Give me more of your time. Teach me more, train me more.
Yeah.
Again, I can't reiterate enough just how powerful that's going to be able to say, hey, go ahead and do your live prospecting, do your live role playing with REDX. Go ahead and get into the REDX University.
Yeah.
Get in there and make a change. Like, you take ownership of what you're doing. Enough of this victim mentality.
Yep.
That you're not finding your own leads, that you're struggling. Oh, the market's hard. It's soft. No, get in there, use your team's account and just make a change.
Yeah. I mean, what's funny is we've had sales positions and sales roles. It's not hard. If you went to one of those salespeople or in those sales roles and said, man, I'm having a hard month, hard week. Do they mope around with you? No, they look at your numbers. They pull it up and say,
it's huge.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course you're having a bad month. You made 2,000 less calls than you did last month. It's not a mystery. Get back on the phone and make your calls. And that's how you motivate your team. So way less hand holding, way less emotion involved in it for all of you team leaders, just going after results.
You know, there's a cool thing. I was talking in one of my last trainings. Real estate is such a fascinating concept because there is no new invention for doing real estate left to discover.
No.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Everything that we need in real estate to keep it successful and be in the industry, it is already happening. I think the last change, right, that happened was Airbnb. But if you really look at Airbnb, that was happening in the early 1900s, 1800s, where they just let people use their home, bread and breakfast, right?
Yeah.
And they had opportunities like that.
Now it's just on the internet.
Now it's just on the internet. But when you look at if real estate itself doesn't have anything left to bring to the table by way of new way to get leads and all this stuff, you're really just talking what a powerful impact it is to bring new products, new services, and new innovations to the market that says, nah, let's merge all of your accounts from all of your different groups and bring it in.
Yep.
And I think a powerful thing, right, Kent, is this isn't just for big teams. This isn't just for mega teams, but it's definitely useful. This is even for your agents that are just working with an admin, a VA. Mm-hmm. This is any opportunity that you have another person on your team trying to help you in your role. If you're a solo agent, they should have that login too. They should be able to get in there and hold accountability.
Yeah.
I mean, even solo agents and giving a login to their coach.
Yep. And being able to track it.
That's wild. That's going to change.
Words talk, numbers scream.
Words talk, numbers scream.
So if you're a coach or a team lead, you can say all the things you want to your agents. But again, looking at those numbers is going to tell you the whole story of whether or not you're successful or unsuccessful.
As somebody that trains other ISAs,
yeah,
how is this is going to impact everything that you do, right?
Oh, big time. I mean,
you can plug in.
So ISAs, if again, the loneliness factor of things,
right?
It's not, I shouldn't have said, oh, just real estate agents. It's everybody. You can hire an ISA who has no skin in the game, who's going to get paid the same amount of money no matter what.
Yeah.
But we as humans like accountability. We like to see what other people are doing. Okay, so we've talked about all the cool things. Again, just like your team leaders out there, agents, just like we've been talking about.
Coaches, ISAs, admin assistants.
You can listen to the information or you can take action. Take action, schedule a demo with REDX, see what it's all about. It's not going to be some pushy sells at the end. The product is going to sell itself and the price is definitely going to sell it. It is a no-brainer.
100%. If somebody's literally thinking, I want to transform my business, I don't want to repeat and have a difficult year like I did last year, or I want to exceed what I did and blow it out of the water, it's time to call. It's time to schedule a demo. It's time to figure out, why is everybody talking about teams? Why is it bringing so much hype in the industry? Why is it transforming the way that we're working together?
Love it.
Huge.